Welcome to MMA Fancast. My name is Luke Payson. Welcome back to everyone who is already a subscriber to the channel. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe so you can see more great interviews, including the one coming at you right now. Always excited anytime I can have a fighter come on just days away from a fight during last minute preparation, weight cut, the whole thing. Most fighters don't want to be bothered, but this fighter is always eager to come on as part of his fight week ritual and will jump at the chance. And he represents the local powerhouse of Pittsburgh MMA, the MMA Academy, Pittsburgh, the Pittsburgh MMA Academy. And that fighter coming back is Craig Perry. Craig, welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Always great having you on the show. You are just days away from October, 3 days away from October 26th, Brawl in the Burgh 24 for 247 Fighting Championships at the Greater Pittsburgh Area Sports Complex in Coriopolis. Very exciting stuff. First off, simple question. How you feeling? The weight cut's got to be your main focus right now. How's fight camp week going for you?
Yeah, well, ever since we got the new opponent, we're doing this one at 150 or 148 with a 2-pound allowance. So the weight cut's not so bad because I was planning on 135, then 140. I think the last one was supposed to be 140, so I was already good. So I've just been eating more healthy foods, like more volume. So yeah, the weight cut's not too much of a issue this time. So yeah, I have good energy. Everything's good. Yeah, I mean, whatever, like little stuff happens, but so far so good.
That is great. Now, obviously, a big part of the interview is going to be the fact, and you just alluded to it, is going to be the fact that you had an opponent change literally a week from the fight. Saturday, I think Friday or Saturday, about a week out from the fight, your opponent dropped out, was injured, whatever, certainly not trying to throw shade. Whatever happened, he wasn't able to make the fight. Got to talk us through that process. I know 247 Fighting Championships did everything they could and ended up getting you an opponent, but talk about kind of how that whole thing went down.
Yeah, no, from what I understand, it wasn't like a sketchy thing. Like, I messaged him too. I just reached out, because it was like, I'm not gonna say what it was. I don't think I'm allowed, but, yeah, he's cool. He was very polite about it too. It was all good. Like, I even told him in the message, I was like, even though like we do train for these fights, I was like, just remember like what's important, because these fights, we're just amateur fighters. You know what I mean? It's not like we're going out there like we're not pros, whatever it may be. We take it serious, but there's certain things in life that come first. So I wasn't mad about him pulling out at all. I'm just grateful that we got someone new. And I know we were like a little, because this guy's a little bit bigger. We were like, oh, this guy's bigger, and it's at 150. But I was like, at the end of the day, we put in all this work and might as well just go out there and just see what happens, you know? Like this, we know this guy's skilled. Like I said, he's big, he's good grappling, good striking. So I think it'll just be a good fight. I think it'll be interesting to see how the weight plays in, if it does. But nah, it's all good. I'm excited.
Well, you're talking about Jordan Oliver, your now opponent. Great attitude to have, very respectful guy. You are riding a 3-fight win streak, including one coming off. Your most recent one was an incredible triangle choke against, I believe at the time, a brown belt level jiu-jitsu guy, Chance Grillo, who's a very respectful guy, very great guy, a lot of skill. And you had a battle through, I think it was a first round rear naked choke that was really bad. You got your way through it. You ended up getting a submission. We've had you on both before and after that, so people can watch those interviews. You kind of broke down your thoughts and everything about that. But what does it mean to you to kind of be on a roll now, coming off kind of a very rough start that we've covered? People can watch you talking about the rough start, but now that you're on a 3-fight win streak, coming over a guy that has fought for amateur belts, that has been he was coming in above 500 average, like he was a good opponent that you took out. What does that mean now going up in significant weight versus Jordan Oliver?
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's cool to like just know that, like it's cool to see the people that stay following too. I it's like not easy to cheer someone on after 3 losses, especially when one of them was like with the arm break and stuff. Like they're not so fun to go to after a while if you're like my family or fans, you know. So it's cool to see them all stick around. But yeah, the fights are just fights. They're just fun. I love to do them. So I mean, the 0-3 sucked, but I could lose the next 3 and I'll probably still keep doing them. So I'm not too worried about the wins and losses.
Well, and that's an incredible attitude. You're a fan favorite for your fight style. Uh, very entertaining, very good. And then your attitude dealing with all the adversity that you face. Plus, you represent, one of the main Pittsburgh gyms, in addition, of course, to the Mad Factory and Stout, some of the other ones coming from the brother Worthies. Clearly a huge deal. You're actually fighting on a card with uh, Kama's brother, Shaka.
Mhm.
You guys are roughly the same weight class. He's fighting pro kickboxing. So, what is it like? Obviously, training with Kama, but also training with Shaka for this fight.
No, it's great. I mean, they helped me out a lot. Like, Common just helped me with some pads. Chaka works with me almost every day. I mean, they definitely go out of their way because I'm a lower skill level than them by a lot. So anytime that they work with me, I'm getting probably like 90% of what, like if there's a split of who's getting what, I'm getting 90% of the benefit for sure. Because I'm definitely learning from them every day. But I appreciate them a lot. They put in a ton of work and everyone here. That's something that just like people that aren't in the gym will never see. But Common and Chalk are super selfless. Like they and like this is their life, you know.
Yeah, this really is their life. They're great guys. There's some of the more entertaining interviews on this channel. You've also been on this channel a bunch. Uh, a local fighter who obviously you know well from a different gym, the Mad Factory, Justin, the General Patton's been on this show a lot. So it's kind of fun to have fan favorites. I also, of course, try to bring people on that are maybe one hit wonders that come on one time and then they do other things. But it's always cool to have repeat
Mhm.
people on the show. For you, you are looking at this fight as making the most of it. You're already in shape. What do you want to see out of yourself? Days away. I know you got to keep this interview relatively short. It's fight camp. You're super busy.
No, you're
Oh,
fine.
it's a two-part question because I love my rambling
Okay.
question. One is, what do you kind of want to see out of yourself, particularly with the bigger framed opponent? For people that may not know, because I was just doing some quick research on Jordan Oliver, his last 2 losses have been against very high level talent, including a former Division II wrestling national champion and Luke the Martian Martin,
Hmm.
who is fighting at 4-0 now, is fighting for the 247 belt, which is a big deal. That's the main event on the amateur side, and he's coming off that loss to Luke Martin to you. So, what do you want to kind of see out of yourself? And then you had told me before we started filming that you had just been working with Kama. So what's it like? Like, what's the mindset like when you're in fight camp where you can't necessarily go so hard that you're injuring yourself, but that you're also clearly, you told me, you're sweating, you're just done a workout. So what's that balance like in fight week?
Yeah. Also, you can hear me, right? I don't know why it got quiet on me. All right, cool.
Perfect. Perfect.
Um, all right, sweet. Yeah. The first part of that, what I want to see out of myself, I just don't want to do worse than the last one, to be honest. And I never want to have like a regret. Like that, I really honestly don't care if I win or lose. I just don't want to waste anyone's time. People that come to watch, I don't want to waste like Kama and Chaka's time over like however long it's been that they've been helping me. So as long as I go out there and I like I just always bring the mindset like he's gonna have to kill me type thing. I don't know. I just don't want to have a regret. So I just want to see like any mistake I saw in the last fight that I made, I just don't want to make again. And I definitely don't want to have a regret of like, man, I wish I would have done this. Um, and then as far as like balancing like training hard versus not, I mean by now we have a pretty good system down. Like you kind of like taper off the sparring in the last week, and it's more so about just like staying sharp, you know. But also it's also good because I don't have a big weight cut and I'm not a pro, so I'm still. I mean, I hope I always am, but I'm just still having fun. Like I see the fight weeks as very fun. Like I look forward to them because I don't make money off the fights. Like I don't get paid to fight. I'm not a pro, so to me, I'm literally just doing them for fun, and I honestly love them. So fight week for me is like very exciting.
Yeah, and everybody has a different mindset. I think one of the things it's tough is to kind of balance like your attitude. Some people, when I was running the gyms, some fighters obviously it's like they're fighting fights before they're ever in, stress wise, and they're depleting their energy and stuff. And a lot of times, it's exactly what you're talking about. The mindset is always focused on the controllables, what you can control, your attitude, your prep, and then what you want to do in the cage really depends on, like you just said, depends on, you want to make the most of your time there. You want to make the most of the effort you've put out. I can't wait to see it. It's going to be an incredible card. As always, I try to say people need to buy tickets from the fighters directly or the camps. At this time, it's a little late. So the best thing you can probably do is go to 247fighting.com. You can get tickets there and you can give Craig Perry credit. And if you're seeing this video outside of the area and can't make it in, make sure you download only the app. No other scammers. There's tons of scammers out there on Facebook and Instagram. Don't do pay-per-view with anybody else. Download, because they're all fake scams. Only download the app 247 Live if you want the pay-per-view. It's from the App Store. It's by 247 Fighting Championship. You can get the pay-per-view and give Craig Perry credit through there. Always incredible having you on the card. Can't wait to see you live. 3 days away now, October 26th, for Brawl in the Burgh 24, 247 Fighting Championships. Can't wait to see it. My name is Luke Basin, and my very special guest tonight has been Craig Perry. Craig, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you again, man. It's always a pleasure.
Always incredible. Best skills to you.